Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Backstage with me, with Angelo. And I know it's been 2 crazy weeks for me, that's why I haven't posted anything, I haven't said anything about any pageant at all. But I'm here guys, I'm back. So of course, you know, the pageant that is giving a lot of talk right now, and people are basically, you know, just holding on for it and watching every single part of it. Everything that's being posted on social media is a Miss Grand International 2021 pageant that is being held in Thailand. And it's been a while since I told you guys my favorites, but well, those were not actually my favorites. Those were the favorites because of the social media votes and all this stuff. And you know what? It's really hard to judge based on social media because they're leading the world right now in terms of marketing and branding and all this stuff, but in attention. But when you have countries that demographically vote a lot, or they're too focused on social media and they support their candidates a lot, then there's other countries that probably are not paying too much attention to the pageant. And maybe those candidates are really good, but because they don't get too many votes on social media, because of course, if you're from Indonesia, you're not going to vote for Miss Denmark. If you're from Venezuela, you're not going to vote for Miss Pakistan, for example, right? You're going to vote for the contestant from your country. And when you have a social media competition, so it's very likely that either Philippines or Thailand or Indonesia are going to be the winners because they have a strong support on social media for their contestants, even if their contestants are not so good. I'm not saying they're not, I'm just saying that in those cases where the contestants are not so good, even they don't represent a competition for other contestants, because of the social media, they get a position, they get a spot on the final 20. And this is because pageants and shows are looking for the audience attention, and they know television is kind of important right now, but social media is even more, and it's a monster. And that's what pageants, like companies and businesses that have their pageants, that's what they want. Ooh. Okay, so let's get to the subject of this video, and let's say I didn't hear that. I have my top 20. Of course, that top 20 is not like that's gonna be the final decision. I know you guys think that when we give a top 20, that should be, you know, the actual top 20 of the pageant, but none of us are the judges. We're not there, we're not seeing the girls. Like, it's really easy to judge from the distance. I'm just saying what my top 20 is. I don't really care if they don't make it to the top 20, and when I say I don't care, it's because they can or they could not, right? So let's get to it. So I'm gonna start with the least of my favorites, but they're still in the top 20 for me, in my opinion. And I'm gonna start with Miss United States. She is a beautiful dark-skinned woman, but I think that sometimes I see her pictures and I like her, sometimes I don't like her too much. I don't know why that happens, but it just does. So I see her in the top 20 for me, but I am not really sure. Miss Puerto Rico, or Miss Grand Puerto Rico. She is definitely not one of my favorites, except for she has a very good presence on the stage. So I think that counts a lot, and that's very, very important. So I think I put Puerto Rico. She has a very nice silhouette, and I think she can do a good job in Miss Grand International. I'm not gonna say that she's my favorite because she is actually not, but she's one of the best. Next is Paraguay. I think in all the pictures that she has taken so far, she looks really, really nice. She has a very good presence. She is photogenic, and like, you know, the camera loves her, but sometimes she can, you know, get lost within the other contestants. Like, you sometimes don't see her. sometimes you can, but sometimes it's like, where is Paraguay? Next is Panama. I think last time Panama sent a really good contestant in 2019. I really thought she would be the winner of Miss Grand International 2019, but well, she still made it to the top 5. This year, I think Panama has a really good contestant. She has a really nice smile, and you can see her from many spots, many angles, and that's really important when it comes to photography, also for the camera. I know that it's not the same to be there to do the interviews to the contestants and to, you know, probably say who is the actual top or is going to be in the actual top. Like, nobody knows that except for the judges. But let's see what happens. Another one of my favorites was and is Miss Ecuador. Sometimes I see her and it is the same thing that happens to me with Miss USA. Sometimes I like her, sometimes I don't. I don't know why. Sometimes her face is really candid in the camera, and you see her and you're like, okay, she can make it to the finals. Some days it's like, I'm not too sure about her. Like, I don't know if she's gonna really make it to the top 20 or the top 5. She's probably gonna do it. There was this picture where there was Miss Peru, the winner from Miss Grand International 2019 from last time, and Valentina, and Miss Mexico, Miss Grand Mexico. So, and there were other contestants. If you looked at the picture, they were having dinner with Nawat and Teresa. So if you looked at the picture, you can only notice Miss Ecuador and Miss Mexico, and of course the winner, because they're really like, they stand out. You can see them in a picture or anywhere else. I also have the Dominican Republic, I have Cuba in my favorites for the top 20. Those are really good contestants, you know, the Caribbean style of woman, and I think they really create an impact on the stage. That's definitely something that the Miss Grand International organization wants. Remember, they want a woman who can capture the attention of the social media or the media, the press, everybody. That's what they want. If these women give them that, then they are probably gonna make it to the final. Next is Colombia. So Colombia is, she's pretty, but I have the impression that when I would see her pictures when she was not even in Thailand, she looked better. It's that kind of beauty that when you see her in pictures at the very beginning, she's like, wow, oh my god. And then when you see her in the pageant, she's like, okay, nice. But I think she has other qualities that are probably gonna put her on the top 20. I hope so. Colombia has been sending good contestants recently and they deserve to be in the final. Another one is Brazil. So something tells me that something important is gonna happen with Miss Brazil. But here's my thing. Sometimes she doesn't look fresh on the camera. She doesn't look fresh on the stage. But Brazilian women, they're really good on walking, modeling. I mean, many of the greatest top models in the world are Brazilian. And they have done really well in pageants too, but I'm not too sure. I think I'm missing something about Miss Brazil. I don't know, sometimes she looks too old to me, sometimes she looks really nice, but I'm not too sure about her in the top 5. Like, I don't really see her. Now, Miss Peru. Miss Peru is really beautiful as well. She has a really good stage presence, she has a great body, and she knows how to pose for the camera, photography-wise, video-wise. But there's still, like, I'm probably doing an unfair comparison to Maria Jose Lora, Miss Grand International 2017, and other contestants that they have sent to Miss Grand, but I don't feel like I'm captured by her beauty, or there is something about her that makes me want to follow her and makes me want to see her in the top 5 or in the top 20, maybe in the top 20 but not in the top 5. I mean, it's really hard to see, so we'll see what happens with Miss Peru. And finally, here is my top 5 for Miss Grand International 2021. So I'm gonna start with Europe. I'm not gonna do it like, okay, one from Europe, one from Africa, one from the Americas, one from the Caribbean. This is not Miss World. So what I think is Czech Republic is one of my favorites for the top 5. I have seen pictures of her. She looks really well, you know, in a really good position. She always strikes the best pose she can in front of the camera. She's really good. Like, she's really photogenic, and you can see her. She stands out. Sometimes I see pictures, close-ups, and I'm not too convinced of her, but when I see her from, like, you know, far, it's really easy to notice Miss Czech Republic is there. So I would not be surprised she would make it to the top 5. Another one in my top 5 is Miss Mexico. I've always said it, and I will still keep it for as long as the pageant lasts this year. But I think Mexico is one of the most beautiful contestants this year for Miss Grand International. She has a really good image. She has elegance, grace, poise. She's really good. Lately, I gotta say that she has disappointed me in a couple occasions where I've seen her pictures. I'm like, what? Is that her? And we gotta understand that these women do a lot of things. They do rehearsals all day, all night, and they barely rest just when they go to the rooms to have some rest. And there's the pandemic too. So, you know, there's probably a little bit of anxiety there. So she's still my favorite. I think Mexico can do it this year. And I think she's a good contestant still. And she's still in my top 5. Another one is Argentina. So this girl went to Miss Universe 2019 and she didn't make it to the top 10 or the top 15, I don't remember. And I was like, what? She should have been there. Like, I mean, there were so many women that didn't deserve to be in the top 20. So I think Argentina should have made it, but that's another story. I think she can make a really good representation this year. She's actually doing it. I think Argentina deserves to be in the top 5. She's pretty, she has a really good stage presence, she's really charming, and she has training. Remember, she was trained by Osmel Sousa. So I think Argentina deserves to be there in that top and probably win. Who knows, right? But there's 2 or actually 3 more contestants that I need to name right now. And the first one I'm gonna do by order of importance. So the last one I mentioned is the one that I think can probably, or the last 2 that I mentioned is probably the ones that I would like to see holding hands and waiting for, you know, the host to say who is the winner of Miss Grand International 2021. So that top 3 starts with Miss Thailand. I've seen her, like, she's a really beautiful woman. I think the fact that she has dark skin and those Asian traits are really, really interesting. She's outstanding. I mean, her beauty is amazing, and I like her more when she has her natural hair. I would like to see her with her afro, like her natural hair. I think that's her natural hair. So I'd like to see her like that in the pageant, but I don't know. She looks really good with straight hair, but I don't know. I think I like her more with, you know, the afro style. But there was this video where she was eating, and to be honest, guys, I was watching the video and I tell you, if I would be eating at that time, I would stop. I couldn't stand it. I mean, I didn't like her manners, the way that she was just, I don't know if it was just part of a joke or what, but I didn't like it very much. So I started judging her manners, and, you know, Miss Grand International should be a woman with manners as well, right? I mean, a role model also can also teach women how to behave. And my final 2, these are my favorites. These are the ones that I would like to see holding hands, waiting for the host to say who is going to be the winner for Miss Grand International 2021. And guess who they are? Come on, tell me. Oh, wait, you cannot tell me. Okay, but leave your comments, okay? Leave your comments and tell me who you think is your top 20 or your top 5 or your top 2 for Miss Grand International 2021. But mine are, and again, I'm gonna say it for the least importance in my opinion, and the last one is gonna be the one that I probably want to be the winner. So here it is. My other contestant, or one of my contestants, the top 2 for Miss Grand International 2021 is Miss Indonesia. So here we go. Remember, I was talking at the beginning that in Indonesia and some Asian countries, they have a lot of support in social media. Well, this is not the case. Miss Indonesia, she has, like, her face is super pretty. She is, like, you cannot miss her. If she's there, surrounded by 100 beautiful women, you will still see her. You will turn your eyes and see her. You cannot miss her. So, and she has all the conditions to win Miss Grand International 2021. We still need to hear her speaking. You know, there's a speech, there's a final question, and we still want to see more about her. But, you know, image-wise, I think Indonesia would be a great proposal for Miss Grand International 2021. I think she should be considered to win the title. That's my opinion. So I hope to see her in the top 2. And last but not least, here is the country this year that I think should be the winner, at least first runner-up. This country is not very popular in pageants, but they're still sending good contestants. And she is Miss Guatemala. Miss Guatemala is super pretty. She has a really great image. She is always, a great pose. She is very classy. At least that's what I've seen so far. She speaks really nice. She's very candid. The camera loves her very much. And I think I don't think Guatemala has ever sent a better contestant in so long. And she is probably my favorite to win the title of Miss Grand International. Again, nobody knows what's gonna happen. Nobody knows what judges are gonna decide. But that's my favorite. She, in my opinion, should be the winner of Miss Grand International 2021. So, hi Guatemalans, good luck, and good luck to you too, Miss Guatemala. I hope to see you with a crown on your head this year. You deserve it. And if you think that was it for today, well, let me tell you, no, that wasn't. And that's because I still have probably 2 contestants, and there's probably gonna be some people asking and questioning what I'm saying today, but I'm still saying it. I'm still gonna do it. These 2 countries are very popular in pageants, but this year I don't think they are my favorites. Probably I think this year or these 2 contestants will probably need more training. And for example, these are Philippines and Venezuela. In the case of Philippines, Samantha is really beautiful. I cannot deny that. Nobody can say otherwise. But in terms of the competition, when you see her and you see other contestants, then you notice that there's something missing. She needs more strength. When I see Miss Thailand, when I see Miss Indonesia, when I see, Miss Puerto Rico, when I see Argentina and other contestants, I see there's a strength. They're strong and they project. Philippines still missing that part. I feel like she is not giving me what I was expecting. I mean, it's the Philippines, right? It's a country, the powerhouse in terms of beauty pageants. So I'm still missing that part from Samantha. I really hope that she can do something different in the last days before the pageant and during the pageant, because she's really pretty, and it would be really, disappointing not to see her on the top. In regards to Venezuela, that's my home country. But again, you guys know that I am not biased. My opinions are what I actually think they are. I am from Venezuela and I support my homies, and I want them to win every year, of course, like everybody else. But I have to be objective, and I think this year's contestant, she has done a lot of effort. She's pretty, of course, and she has also done a lot of effort trying to, trying to place, trying to get the attention of the camera, of the social media. She's doing Facebook lives, she's doing Instagram lives all the time, but still I feel like she probably needs more training. I would say Venezuela this year in Miss Grand International, she needs to probably get some more experience in pageants, because when you see her walking, like, I tell you by experience that Miss Venezuela, they get a lot of training. They are not just one contestant they pick and they put in a pageant. No, they do castings, they get training, they are models most of the time, so they know what they're doing. In this case, Eliana, I don't feel like she is on the top of her career as a model right now, or as a pageant contestant. She might probably need to go to another pageant, get some training, more experience, and then go to Grand. Because what happens with Grand is that it's a big pageant. I'm starting to think Grand it's bigger than Miss Universe, and I know many people are going to say, you're so wrong, man, you're out of this world, like you have no idea what you're saying. But no, I do. I mean, Miss Grand is a serious pageant. They are very strong on social media, which I don't think Miss Universe is right now. And it's a big pageant. It's been growing really quickly. They've been around for 8 years or so. It's been such a short time for Miss Grand. They're doing so well. So maybe Venezuela's contestant this year that's not the pageant she should have won first. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. And that was it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you like the show, just share it. If you disagree with my comments, just put your comments below. If you have your top 20 and it's different to mine, just say it below. If you support or you follow any of the girls that I mentioned today, just show your support, show your love. Tag them, just share it with them, and let's support the contestants. You guys are better than nobody on that. So let's do it. If you like it, subscribe and hit the bell so that you can get new notifications on new videos that I'm going to be posting every week. And of course, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Backstage with Angelo.